Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. This is the card that we have been making in our in-person classes during May 2023 using our new ink colours. So this one is copper clay. And when I say that this is the card we've been making, this was my prototype, and the ladies in the class all got to choose which colour and how to decorate this, but all using circle sayings. So it folds flat, but it is in fact an easel card. So we've got the happy birthday on there with this celebrate. So that's how it looks from the side there. So it sits up nicely on your mantle so you can see that, but you've still got plenty of space here to write your personal message. Okay, so we give the people that come along to the class an instruction and a pack that has one of the colours in it, and then they have free use of the circle sayings, punch, inks, Stampin' blends, the 2 3/8 inch punch that coordinates with that, but we also used the stylish shapes dies because the second largest circle, I think it is, I should know by now, yeah, backs that 2 3/8 of an inch really well. Okay, now I gave them a couple of other suggestions. Instead of the cupcake, we've got a happy birthday with the seashells on it, and we could change out that second sentiment with the because you are awesome. That die is also in the stylish sayings as well, so you could have that as one option. Another option is this one. I cut, I stamped that sun image and coloured it with Stampin' Blends, used a bit of Wink of Stella on the clouds there, on the foam. Does look a bit like a cloud. But I cut that with the 2 inch circle punch and then backed it with the 2 3/8, so slightly smaller to sit in there. You could add that circle at the background there as well. So we've got that on there, and just send it as a warm hello. So quite like that. So that one is just using these semicircle stamps on each end like that. You could do the same with the seashells as well. So lots and lots of different options, and of course everybody comes up with something completely different at the classes. So let me just get rid of those, and we'll go ahead and make another one of the cards using a leftover pack. So because they have some choice on the circle in the background, etc., I don't have that in the pack. I've just got the bits that they actually need for the overall design, and then we've got spares that we can use during the class. Okay, so card base is half a sheet of A4 scored on the, so that's half a sheet on the short side, so that is 4 1/8 by 11 3/4, scored along the long side at 5 7/8, which is half, and at 3 inches. Okay, so we need that one to go that way. We've got a piece of designer series paper coordinating which way round do I go. I think I'll go the hearts. The hearts go the opposite way, but that's fine. Don't need to use the same. Could use that. Decisions. Really bad at making decisions, aren't I? Right, so your piece of card measures, let me just get that right, 5 3/4 by 4/8, and then your designer series paper is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. So there is a tiny little margin around. That is all. Okay, and there is just a tiny little margin, same around on there. We obviously don't want to glue the top part of that, so got a choice. You can either add your glue to here, but make sure you don't go right to the edge, or you can just add your glue to the bottom of this and make sure you don't go too high up. I've started on this one. I'll just finish it this way. Okay, so my glue's there. I'm holding that down flat and just lining that up like that, trying to get an even margin all the way around and give that a good press. Okay, so when it folds, it's only glued to there. Okay, right, so for the inside piece, I am just going to stick with the hearts but have them running that way, not a problem. So you'll get the measurements for all of these pieces in my blog post, and the link to that will be in the description, but for the sake of completeness, this piece of coloured card is 4 inches by 1 5/8, and the designer series paper is 3 7/8 of an inch by 1 1/2. Okay, and I've just put glue on that just out of the matter of, that's what I always do. I don't need glue on that. I need dimensionals because I want it to pop up a little bit, like this one, and it works better as a stopper because it's a different level. Okay, now I've got some dimensionals and pop in the middle there, but I'm going to use these edge bits. Waste not, want not. So I've got that along there. The glue will just dry. It's not going to cause any problems having glued it. It's just a waste of glue. All right, so you need to decide where you want to put this stopper, and this truly is another case of what you prefer. So I added mine about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, and one of the tips that we mentioned in class is if you're not confident about getting that placed right first time, add a little bit of glue to your dimensionals, and then that gives you the normal wiggle room you get with wet glue to make sure you've got it lined up and straight-ish. I always say straight-ish because it's my idea of straight. It might not be the same as yours. And because I'm not looking directly down on it, you'll be able to tell if it's straight, and I can't. Could use my grid lines. It's close enough for me, and then that will sit like that, but still plenty of room up there. Okay, so front decoration. I'm sticking with using Petal Pink because I've got Petal Pink ribbon and I love it. So I'm going to stamp the Celebrate first. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Like that. And then I'm going to use Pebbled Path for my cupcake. And try and get that in the middle. Like so. Ta-da! And on the other piece, I'm going to stamp that Happy Birthday. Like that. And I'm going to die cut that before I do the other little stamp, just so I get the placement right. Okay, but this one, just take your trusty bunch and line that up. Give it a squeeze and out it comes. So that is ready to colour. I'm just going to give the Pebbled Pink ink a little chance to dry because it's a brand new pad. It's super juicy. So I'll make my bow while we're waiting. And we had this discussion about this ribbon is beautiful and it's lovely to have a nice flat bow, and my way of doing it is bunny ears. So bunny ears, cross over, bring that loop through there, like so. Okay, and then you can play about with the size of your loops until you're happy with it. And it's quite a nice flat-ish bow with a tight knot, and I can trim off my tails like so, and I can put that on my card with some glue dots when we're ready for it. Let me die cut this piece, again using this largest banner die from Stylish Shapes. Try and get it centered, a little bit washi tape. Just going to go off to the side and die cut that. I used my full-size cut and emboss machine because I've got that set up at the side of me. But this would definitely fit in the mini as well. Can't talk and concentrate on stamping at the same time. I'm just lining up that top piece with the flagged end of that. Happy birthday, how cute, how cute. Right, talking cute, let's get that cupcake coloured. Alright, and then we can assemble these last bits. So, I am using, I'm going to use Petal Pink Light for the frosting. the lid off. Oh, that's it. No fancy blending, just simply colouring. Okay, and then I've got light crumb cake for the actual cupcake sponge. And there. So, and then I'm going to go with Flirty Flamingo Light for the paper case. And again, I don't see the point in doing any fancy blending on that. It's got all those lines showing the pleating. So just adding colour. There we go. And just to give it a little bit of sparkle, a wink of Stella on the frosting. There we are. And I've already die cut that piece, so just gluing that onto there. Again, petal pink, keeping it all nice and coordinated. Need my dimensionals again. Still using these old ones I found from kits, which is why they look a slightly different colour. And again, you can put a little dot on there to give yourself a little bit of time to pop that in place. Glue dots for my bow. And I'm going to put one either side of the knot. So press the bow down onto it. And then peel it off so that the glue dot is stuck to your bow. Pop that on there. So pretty. And then I'm just going to glue that down onto there. And for bling, let's see what I've got. Let's see what we've got. Do I have anything petal pink? I'm not sure I do. I'll possibly use those. Oh, I've got sequins. I could do sequins. Excuse me. I've not used these. Let's use them. Let's take them out of the pack. And what I'm going to do is, you've got 3 little dots on this bit. I'm going to put one there. One there. One there. And I think that's blinged enough. So there we go. This was my original, and I think the petal pink goes just as nicely with Pebbled Path as it does with copper clay. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button, click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial too. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, do take care. Bye.